In today's video, I want to talk about tomatoes. I want to talk about what to do with all those delicious tomatoes that we've grown. Stay tuned. In today's video, I want to talk about a recipe to use some of those tomatoes. You know, when we plant our tomatoes, we're so excited to get that first ripe one. But then when they start getting ripe, we often have too many and can't think of what to do with all these tomatoes. Well, shout out to the Hollar Homestead. I did a video about the Hollar Homestead. Check it out if you're interested in the Hollars. But the other day I was watching one of their videos, and Meg Hollar had a great idea. She made a tomato pie without the crust. I thought that was genius. You know, I love YouTube for this reason. We can watch YouTube videos and we can see recipes that we've made for years, but there's that little twist sometimes that make us rethink that recipe and fall in love with it again. Well, if you Google tomato pie or tomato pie recipes, you'll get a lot of recipes. There are many variations of tomato pie. Well, typically when I'm looking at recipes, I go with the one where I just happen to have all the ingredients, where I don't have to go out and buy anything. Well, the other day I saw Meg Hollar's video, and I was so impressed with the idea of not having a pie crust, because frankly, the pie crust to me is not the best part of the tomato pie. So I went ahead and I made my old recipe with the ingredients I had on hand without the crust. It was delicious. The variation of the recipe that I did was I sliced my tomatoes, I sliced half of a purple onion, I used a bell pepper that I'd grown in the garden, sliced it up, half a cup of mayonnaise, shook on some Italian seasoning, and then mozzarella and Parmesan cheese. I baked in the oven for 350 for 35 minutes. And guys, it was delicious. Something I noticed in Meg's video, she chopped her tomatoes and put them in a colander and used her hand to mash out the moisture of those tomatoes. She was getting that excess liquid out of those tomatoes. And I've noticed most tomato pie recipes recommend that you do that. And they're telling you to do that so your pie crust won't be soggy. But when you're not having a pie crust, I skipped that step. I love that little bit of tomato juice. And also it probably depends on what type of tomato you're using. You know, I've grown all sorts of varieties of tomato in my garden, and I was just chopping up what I had. It didn't seem like too much moisture for me, so I skipped that step. I urge you to give tomato pie a second look. Use what you've got, and it'll be delicious. Comment down below and let me know if you've ever had tomato pie. And what kind of cheese do you use? Are you like me and just use whatever you happen to have on hand? Well, comment down below and let me know. Until next time, bye.
Mm-hmm.